If you've been paying attention to the news, you may already be aware of the drama that's been going on in Texas regarding Governor Greg Abbott and his most recent statements about gender affirmation treatments. On February 22nd, Governor Abbott released an opinion stating that the use of gender affirmation treatments on children constitutes child abuse. Now, the treatments that we're talking about here are puberty blockers, hormone replacement, and gender affirmation surgery. Now, I'll give you my opinion. I think that if a child can't consent to having sex, then I don't see any way they could possibly consent to taking treatments that affect their ability to have sex and reproduce in the future, right? That makes sense, right? Am I crazy? Am I the crazy one here? Whatever happened to this idea that children are not mature enough to make big decisions about their lives? Like, why does that not apply here? How could that not apply here? You know what I really don't get? Why is it that all logic goes out of the window when we're dealing with trans people, right? Have you noticed that? Like, whenever somebody says they're trans, that's like a get out of jail free card for them to not obey any of the rules of society. It's really fucking weird, and I don't get it. And predictably, leftists have lost their goddamn minds over this, and they're calling it an attack on trans people and saying that it's going to lead to more trans suicide. The same playbook that they always play whenever somebody criticizes the agenda that they're trying to push on everybody. So a couple days after Governor Abbott's opinion dropped, the University of North Texas had a man named Jeffrey Younger come to speak to some classes about his experiences as a father who has had his child's custody taken away from him because he refused to affirm the child's gender identity. And I'm sure that everybody that attended this talk was very respectful and listened to this man's testimony with an open mind, because the left cares about freedom of speech and the open exchange of ideas.
Fuck these fascists! Fuck these fascists! Fuck these fascists! Fuck these fascists! Fuck these fascists!
Oh yeah, that's right. The left doesn't care about freedom of speech and the open exchange of ideas. They think that their ideas are correct and that if you don't agree with them, you are literally a fascist. Literally as bad as Hitler if you don't agree with what they believe. That's what they think. My bad. Easy mistake to make.
Hey, police, I just got spit on.
Now, I really hope that Jeff Younger presses charges on Spitty McGee right here, because spitting on somebody is assault. So you're witnessing a crime on camera right now, and I really hope he presses charges on this dumbass motherfucker, because these people need to understand that they can't just do whatever the fuck they want and get away with it. They need to come to understand consequences, repercussions, all that shit. Please press charges on this dumbass bitch. All right, real talk. I'm about to deliver a scorching hot take, so if you are easily offended, you might want to turn the video off right now. But that person is clearly not trans. That person obviously is a woman with a mental illness, all right? Can we finally address the elephant in the room? Not everybody that says they're trans is actually trans. Some of these people have mental illnesses like schizophrenia or bipolar disorder, but they use the trans label because it's okay to be trans. If you say that you're trans, then people have to treat you with respect. So that's a much better option than accepting that you have a mental illness, right? Makes sense, right? I think that's what's going on. Now, Emo Wigglytuff here is my favorite part of this video because there's so much irony in what's going on with this person. This person is identifying as he, him, so they think they're a man, but at the same time, they're taking the most stereotypically female approach to danger that you could possibly have. Now, when we're talking about gender stereotypes, which gender screams when they're in danger? Now, maybe I'm just an intolerant bigot, but that doesn't sound like the voice of a man to me. That very much sounds like the voice of a woman. And once again, a man would not scream in the face of an imminent danger. Stereotypically, what a man does when somebody challenges their existence is says, "Square up, motherfucker, I'll beat your ass, catch me outside." Loser has to use she, her pronouns.
Try me.
Come on.
I did it. What do you want?
Oh, nothing more. Nothing else.
Try me.
All right, let me give you some lessons in manhood 101, all right? When you're challenging somebody to a fight, what you do first, you tense up your muscles, you make yourself look real rectangular, and you walk up to them and you look them directly in the eye and you say, "Well, let's fucking go then, you little pussy ass bitch." And then you stare them down. And whoever backs down first is the bitch. That's how it works. That's just how being a man works. So all this shit that you're doing, taking off your sweater and saying, "Let's go," you're not fooling anybody. We can all tell that you've never been in a fight in your life and that you are bitch made. Made of bitch, as they say. You look like the fucking Michelin Man, all right? Nobody's scared of you. I have a new rule for trans men, all right? If you want to be a trans man, you should be required by law to get in a fight with a cisgender man, and you have to last for a minute. You have to not get your ass knocked out for 60 seconds. Then you can identify as a man.
You're incapable of the social interactions typical of civilized people in the West.
We don't want to be civilized.
I know you don't. I know you're barbarians. You're red guards.
Imagine saying the words, "We don't want to be civilized," and still thinking that you're the good guy in the situation. The thought processes of leftists really amaze me sometimes. And if you paid close attention to that clip, you may have heard that somebody off screen said, "We don't want to be civilized" first, and then Darth Marshmallow over here just hears it and repeats it immediately like a parrot. I think that's super funny because it's emblematic of how leftist discourse works. Most of them don't have their own thoughts. They just repeat things that they heard other people say. That's really all there is to it.
Sorry that you don't right now, because if they came out as trans, you wouldn't fucking believe them and they'd kill themselves. It's that simple.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of over the whole suicide angle of this discussion because it's starting to feel to me like the suicide angle is being used abusively. Like, these people are literally just threatening suicide whenever some part of the agenda doesn't happen the way that they think it should happen. Like, whenever they don't get their way, they're saying, "Oh, there's going to be more suicides." It's literally leveraging suicide to get what you want, and I'm over it. Now, I know for a lot of people that's going to make me a bad person, but honestly, I don't give a shit. I'm not going to be emotionally blackmailed by coercive suicide threats so that you get what you want. Like, there's literally an abuse tactic, and I'm not here for it.
Communist, Red Guard, quite a lot. Can you define communism? What's the definition, please?
It's a belief in collective ownership of property.
Okay, no, that's fair. So what part of any rhetoric or chants have you heard that, do any of that sound like collective ownership of property? Because I haven't heard anything like that personally, but you may have. You said you know Antifa very well. I don't think anyone here has mentioned Antifa specifically.
No, I think you're the only one who does. If you can't what's the fuck?
Now, Slender Man, or maybe Slender Person, I don't know how that person identifies, thinks that they're making a great point right now, but they're actually making a huge mistake because they seem to have forgotten that this happened about 15 minutes ago.
It's the first 15 minutes. The Russians have lasted 5 days. Come on.
All right, how about a name? Come on, give us your name. Come on, have some courage.
Ooh, that's awkward. It looks like you forgot that your buddy drew the hammer and sickle on the whiteboard earlier in the talk. So the secret's out. We know that you're communists. And as for how we know that you're Antifa, how about the fact that everybody in the crowd is wearing black? You clearly coordinated this beforehand. You guys need to come up with some better lies. And the funny thing is, I don't even have strong opinions about communism. It's something that I think, maybe we could get everybody on the same page. But if this is how communists behaves, then count me out. I'm not with it. Republicans are bad, but there's no way I'm going along with this bullshit right here. And let me be clear. I have voted Democrat my entire life, and I would like to continue doing that. But if this is the direction that progressives are going in, then I might have to start voting red. Because the people I see in this video have authoritarian tendencies. They don't think for themselves, they're incredibly dishonest, and they shut down discussion that contradicts their convictions. That has authoritarian written all over it. The only saving grace I see is that these people could never actually manage an authoritarian takeover because they'd get their asses kicked. But God help us if they get more political power. If there is a single issue that will make me switch parties, it's the trans issue, because the left is being completely dishonest about this, and I'm tired of it. If they're willing to lie this blatantly about trans issues, then they'll lie about anything, and that deeply disturbs me. And if somebody out there has a problem with something I've said and wants to debate me, then let's do it, because I'm sick of you people thinking that you have the moral and intellectual high ground when in reality your ideas cannot be defended intellectually. So Vosh, Xanderhall, Hunter Avalon, any of you trans activist debate lords who think you're hot shit, how about you step to a real intellectual and see if you can defend your ideas, because I don't think you can. I think that you're all frauds and that you debate for spectacle and not for the integrity of your ideas, and I want to be the one that puts you in your place. Your rhetoric is what enables groups like this, and you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. So let it be known, I'm not afraid to debate anybody on trans issues. I don't care about your credentials, I don't care about your degrees, I don't care about the size of your audience. All I care about is the quality of your ideas. And the left's ideas about trans issues suck. And I would be happy to demonstrate to you why. Hey, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. If you support this content, make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment, because the only way I'm gonna get these leftist debate lord motherfuckers to take me seriously is if I have a large audience. You know, I don't really want to be a YouTuber per se, but I just got so fed up with leftists lying to my face that I decided that I need to throw my hat in the ring for the good of humanity. So if you want to help me fight this fight, the best thing you can do is support me by doing all the normal shit that you do on YouTube. I'd say follow me on Twitter, but I just got suspended because, you know, Twitter hates when you tell trans people the truth. Because the people that run Twitter have the same type of mindset as these students I showed you in this video. It's the same type of people. Also, the song that's playing in the background is something that I mixed myself, because, you know, I fuck around in FL Studio every night, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like an expert or anything, it's just a hobby, and it's fun, honestly. It's fun making music. So until next time, drink water, brush your teeth, change your drawers, take care of yourself. I got a bunch of ideas for videos coming up, and I'll be working on those as soon as I finish Elden Ring. Peace out.